YouTube. Trying to why they ain't showing up on my damn phone though.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's
Yeah,
the
why is
National
this game not
Football
showing
League
up on my
presented
phone?
by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis
Oh, there we go.
Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. These folks are ready, and we are underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. On first down, it's Lott. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, They come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On play action, Cousins. Now the hit Cousins lost the football, but it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Cousins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hines. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
This is Hines. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down.
Oh my God,
Over the middle. It's Campbell. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
For a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, that's Hines. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Well, throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Margus Hunt in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead.
Oh, really?
Westbrook. In a double coverage, and it's
You really threw that football like that? Come on, man. What are you doing?
So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
What's going on here? Man, underthrowing and overthrowing passes. Like, what in the world?
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 11 feet. 11 feet. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. Locke. Over the middle, complete. That's Campbell. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
Oh my God, Phil.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing is locked. And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good job there defensively to stop it for a gain of just 4. And that'll bring up 4th and goal.
Now I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And his kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A good pickup there, a 22.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Fournette, a first down carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defensive unit ranks 3rd in the NFL against the run, and I love what they're doing. Plugging up everything inside, hard to make way, and then they can run to the perimeter and shut you down that way as well.
2nd down, Cousins going for the deep ball. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Hines. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Hines, he's trying to carve out a bigger role in that Indy backfield. Here's 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Luck on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Second and 6, just inside the 30. To throw on second down is Locke. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
Like, really? What was that, bro?
And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Here's Mack. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense, or the goal line offense that time getting it done. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another
fails to deliver. Why fails to deliver? Oh, shit, hold on.
Right back to him on first down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Yeah, that's McCloud.
First, and that'll make it second down.
Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to order this shit failed.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Sorry, Red. Yeah. Well, I just fell. I don't know why I keep failing into a scene for. Let's see where I am.
Now Locke. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Colts on third down.
smccloud 2323.
This will be 3rd and 6.
I said smccloud 2323, man.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And now out come the Jags. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A handoff to Fournette. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
How they should do now.
In the first half.
That shit was just like that about a week ago. I said I was just like that about a week ago.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Yeah, I'm just getting over a cold and shit myself.
Cousins. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
23.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone.
Ooh, almost hit my punter.
And this is a rocket. It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. That is now a 2-touchdown game with the Steelers in the driver's seat. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hines, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Calais Campbell on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw is Love. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now it's Hines, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The final shot before the break. Luck. And an alley to run. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They give him a gain of 38.
Shit, I'm almost done with this game.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Josh Lambo now for the point after. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away.
They might do right to this game. Let them know. That's not what we're doing.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Hines. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Huh?
Out of the gun, Luck.
Oh,
Finding a
wow.
safety valve here. That's complete. And he
But,
will take it
wow,
down.
bro. This is still a regular. It's not a fancy job. This is regular.
A good pickup there.
I got the Jaguars.
We can talk all we
Yeah,
want
I
about
got
football being a
Jacksonville.
game of strength and
Yeah.
brawn. It's also a game of mismatches.
I think we
And they're trying to
got
create one there.
the Raiders open, I believe.
To make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah.
If he can get a matchup against a
I
linebacker,
gotta see who else.
maybe a
But I know we got a few teams open,
he's going to
like
win
3 or
that battle
4.
just about every time.
On first down, Luck. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you need one deep and catch him close to the spot.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the red zone now, Luck. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The shotgun snap for Luck. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jack Doyle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that? And maybe it puts it.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Leonard Floyd in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off the play fake, Cousins. It's complete to Chris Conley. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootlegging, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there.
Wow.
We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Yeah.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The home people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 1st and 10, Locke throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
Wrong. Gun.
Now Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Doyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
You're right. 12. Check out. 180.
Love.
Oh, my God. Fumble.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Jags grab it. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
We got really blocking the back, but I guess so.
Now Leonard Fournette, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had the punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Listen to me.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Going up top. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brother others just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over them. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big third down play there for the Jags. 56 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. This is Fournette. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
All right, now here we go. Oh, Spurs.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Oh, wow. I'm almost ready.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Cousins. And he completes it to Westbrook. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
I tell you,
when I'm done with this game, I see him hit him up when I'm done with this game.
The entire game, he's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now taking downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Locke.
Oh, that's a pick. Come on, bruh. That's a fucking pick, bro. Oh my God, they gave him that bull, bro. Come on.
49 yards.
That's a pick 6, bro. You fucking serious, bro.
Position there. A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Come on now.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it.
Let's go.
They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. What do you think, Charles? Too big of a risk? I mean, why not just take the lead there here in the 4th?
I know many subscribe to the theory that fortune favors the bold. And in this situation, that was a bold move. Faking it in that situation, fortune didn't shine out on that case. Now they've got to play defense and try to prevent them from scoring and losing this one.
And he'll take this forward.
Yeah, I ain't done the game. Yeah, I told you once I'm done with this game, I'll set it up.
Gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
3 minutes left.
The effort there, the ability to flow from his inside spot.
3 minutes.
Stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Huh?
Cousins now on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. But pretty good coverage there in both of these defenses. They've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. who's going to make the big play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
That's taken on the 25. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Starting the drive with a give to Matt. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Luck now to throw. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Lucky 48.
Following the interception, Cousins. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's Cousins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Cousins to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, He's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Cousins. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Cousins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And another timeout taken by the Colts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. And the Colts getting ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Yeah.
Luck. He's going to take another shot here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now here's
Come
a pass
on, bro.
first down.
It's
It's knocked away and incomplete. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
Wrong.
2nd and 10, Luck again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Doyle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Now a first down throw. Luck. Throw left side complete. It's Hines. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it second down. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. 41 yards. So the first drive here in OT and a huge run sets them up beautifully.
Remember those days where now you just run out the field goal unit and go ahead and kick it and win the game? Can't do that anymore.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Colts, it'll be a
I'm down now.
start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Money, baby, we don't pay, it ain't ours. Bet it back, I bet I match it like the same style. Chopsticks for beef from shutting PF chains down. I gave you prophecy, my first one.
Wait on him yet? No.
Luckily, so, but it wasn't for me. Still the flow raw. Peep the way I bubble in these streets. Who can with me?
Nikki, baby.
Go.
Bring out the Brinks truck, I'm young, flying ice up. 100-yard dash, I had to run my price up. Boss your life up, I had to boss mine up. $10,000 outfit, $100 up. I can walk on water, pop it like, hey, when you on top, gon' hate on you, that what they supposed to do, I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof. Hey, when you on top, gon' hate on you, that what they supposed to do, I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof. 30, I'm like around the two, stacking up, I love how my money count on move. With attitude, I got a attitude, and I dropped out of school. I'm going up, check my vertical. Man, I'm breaking every rule. TMZ harassing me, I got a camera crew. I'm addicted to shopping, so everything brand new. I'm friends with the jeweler, my diamonds like shampoo. Hey, she like she applying shampoo. Pretty face, she got a look. Keep a few racks on me. I used to work in the factory. Been hating it, never bother me. I make they follow me. Teacher said that I'm a prodigy. When I'm shopping, I don't care what it's costing me. 10 bands, really, that ain't a lot to me. Turn up my swag to infinity. I leveled up on these. Yeah, I leveled up. I bezeled up on these. Yeah, I bezeled up. I ain't got time for no negative energy. I'm on a winning streak. I'm on a spree. The devil be doing the most, but he don't ever get to me. Bring out the Brinks truck. I'm young, flying.
Oh, shit, dude, back here.
Had to run my price up. Boss your life up. I had to boss mine up. $10,000 outfit, $100 up. Hey, when you on top, gon' hate on you. That what they supposed to do. I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof. Hey, when you on top, gon' hate on you. That what they supposed to do. I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. I'm too on one day on my third. I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift. I'm a boy, so boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a boy. Man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Nothing, need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. First I pull up, hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. Yeah, I'm too up. Brown blew up. Copped that new rape on them haters. Threw up. Brother went to jail for them. Told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh,
Tell me to send you his your PSN. Yeah, send it to him now. Oh, yeah, send you this damn link. About to put in the chat now. Let's go. Did you get it? In the chat. Gotta join us where we at and band. Doing group chats and stuff, you know. Hit that to play your games and stuff. That's what they using. Just download the app from the Google Store or the iPhone store, whatever phone you got. Huh? Oh, he gonna send him to get back home. He's not home right now.